Check, check, rolling. Alright, we ain't getting any younger. Well, greetings friends. Hobo Sabbath here. Hope you're having a great day. I just made this nice tea. Red rose. We'll put that there for now. So welcome back. It's been a little while since I did anything about like a comic pickup video. Just the last month or so, the weather here where I'm at is really, it's been really bad. So shooting outside hasn't been the most fun or easy to do. So, and I was doing other stuff too, going through my live music stuff. But anyway, I have some pickups, and I would like to share with you some of my comics that I picked up recently. I don't remember in the last video really where I was in my collecting of some of the comic runs. So I'm just going to basically just go through the whole thing like right from the beginning. So first off is going to be my toy figures. This is a little rock guy from the Ninja Turtles world, and from Dimension X. So anyway, I found him for about $10. And I thought, well, hey, he can go next to all my other turtle friends there. No problem there. And then I can't help, I love amiibos. And I picked up this Fire Mario, and I just love it. It's just, the sculpt of it is so nice. It's, even if I don't have a Switch or anything to use it, I mean, that as just a little kind of figurine statue is brilliant, and you can't go wrong with that. And next up, I love the 16-bit era video game, the 16-bit wars, they say, and the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. You know, it was amazing at that time because there was just enough of the differences in machines to make it such a beautiful contrast. You know, just a few years with the Sega Genesis coming out before the Super Nintendo, and then just with that extra year or two, and technology got a little bit better, and Nintendo was a little bit more patient, and they released Super Nintendo, so it had, the sound quality was a little bit more superior, and they had more colors and stuff. But I picked up this, the Super Nintendo Mini. This is brilliant. Brilliant that this was made. Like, and the controller feels just like the original to me. There's the little Mini, and it's got all those games in that. But the controller, look at it. It looks just perfect. It feels just like I remember. And looking at those purple shades of buttons, and I remember the upgrade of the controller after holding the Sega Genesis with 3 buttons, and the L and R was the new addition, and this was just, oh my god, I could go on about that. So I popped that in last night, and wow. Wow, even the games that are on that are incredible. Like, let me just read some. I mean, Contra 3, Alien Wars. Whew. This is all top tier stuff. Donkey Kong Country, Earthbound. Never played it. And don't know if I really will. I know a lot of people love Earthbound, but I think it was more of a, if you were there, it was good, but to go back, I don't know. But my favorite is Final Fantasy 3. That is on there. F-Zero. Kirby's Dream Course. See, I've never played that, so that's going to be exciting. Kirby's Superstar. See, I never played that either. Mega Man X. Well, we're going to get to Mega Man because we got comics. And look, I got my RPGs here. Secret of Mana is on there. Me and Kitasu, we went through that game together when that first came out. Me and him. No, I do apologize. He actually beat it first with some other friends, and by the time I was able to buy it for myself, he was helping me. He was like basically like my walkthrough. But I remember there was one part in that game where you had to go through the woods, and it was like a clock, the sequence of the seasons. And there was it was a puzzle. There was a particular way you had to do it and go through. It was almost like the Lost Woods in Zelda. And me and Sean Kitasu were grinding for that for quite some time. And he was determined, and he eventually figured out that secret for us to advance. But another one that's dear to me and Sean and Kitasu is Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That one specifically, because that was the one him and I played the shit out of that one. So, where else? So, Super Castlevania 4. Now, this was definitely a time capsule, because no Castlevania game since that has looked the same, sounded the same, or played the same. So that game, Super Castlevania 4, is such a very unique Castlevania experience, and the soundtrack for that is some of the best music of the series, I feel. I just love it. Simon's Quest, Belmont's Quest song, when you get to when you first get in the castles and the gates rise up, and all of a sudden that theme song comes in and you're getting ready to go in the castle. Whew. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Oh, what a classic. Oh, Super Mario Kart, where it all started. I mean, Mario Kart 1 with that mode 7 graphic where everything was kind of 3D. The fact that Super Nintendo did that, oh jeez. Super Mario RPG, say never played that ever, and I don't think either Sean or I ever owned it. I don't remember. And I know they did a remaster, so that would be cool to experience. And Super Mario World Super Nintendo, oh, that's a masterpiece. Super Metroid, Super Metroid, man, this is part of my DNA. Super Metroid, oh, that intro, oh. That music, the atmosphere. Nintendo, man, they loved their IPs. They took good care of their stories and their characters. And see, I never liked Metroid on NES. I didn't get it. It just, but Super Metroid, all in. One of the best games. So fun, so fun. Right up there with Mario Kart to me is Punch Out. And when you got Super Punch Out, oh, I'm going to be playing the shit out of that. Oh my god, I love that game. And look, another RPG adventure. We got a Legend of Zelda Link's the Past. I get all this on this one little mini guy. And Yoshi's Island. Okay? I never really played Yoshi's Island 2 as well. So that's like a wicked blend. And the thing that's amazing is, okay, Star Fox is on that, okay, and they did Nintendo was in development for Star Fox 2, and they basically completed the game from what I understand, but they were moving into the next gen era, so Nintendo 64 was ready to go. And I don't know the full story. Kitasu would know, but Nintendo shelved the project, never released it, not thinking that, you know, people would be interested, and never to see the light of day. And they included as a bonus goodie, exclusive to the Nintendo Mini, is Star Fox 2. And the way you unlock it is you just got to play and beat the first level of Star Fox. I mean, come on now. That is a wicked... And I got that for about $130. And it was cheaper than normal because I only had one controller. And I was like, I'm good with that. So... I am so happy, and I got my Sega Genesis Mini. I'm gonna go get them because the 16-bit. Let's do that. Let's get them together. All right. All right. So here we go, and here we go. 16-bit Sega Genesis Mini. Oh, this, and look at all the games. I'm not going to go through all the games on this one. And I just want to do a special, beautiful shout out to my father, who's not with us anymore, but he is always here in spirit. And Sega Genesis is very dear to me because of my dad. That's my dad, Dan. And my dad, when I begged and pleaded when I was young and Sega Genesis come out, I was like, for Christmas, I made a Christmas list to Santa. And I was with my Nan, and she helped me write out the Santa, but my number one present I wanted was Sega Genesis. And my dad bought me the Sega Genesis. And when I opened that up on Christmas, my dad bought it with Sonic 2 in it. Memories. So thank you, Dad, for Sega Genesis memories. And so here we go, 16-bit wars. So let me know, guys. Did you have a favorite? Some of your favorite games on the 16-bit consoles, especially like the ones where they both had on the same system. For instance, like Street Fighter. So Street Fighter Turbo, and then the Sega Genesis got Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition. Same thing. And of course they got games like Contra and Genesis Contra. So anyway, minis. But after that, let's get into some comics. Boom! All right, Hobo's back. Tea and weed. It's the art life. David Lynch loves coffee and cigarettes. Hobo loves weed and tea. Fucking fantastic. Okay, comics. So, I don't remember where I started off last. So I'm just going to go through them. And I remember the Mega Man timelines coming out. And I got number 1. Great cover. Never got another... I never seen a number 2 of Mega Man. And so the timelines was going on. I know I filmed all these before, but... we'll zip through. So the Mega Man X is what I've been collecting. I got that number 0. Really nice. And when I look at this artwork, I'm just like, this is so beautiful. When I think back to the Mega Man X game, and look at that, Mega Man. Beautiful, you know. So sometimes I am a sucker still for variants. And so look at that. They kind of go into a picture. Is that the... yeah. Oh no, it's this way, sorry. There we go. Look at that. I mean, and the artwork is beautiful. But these are the new ones here. So look at that. We're up number 2 now. And look at 0. Oh my God. And I would like to share with you that I picked up a copy for Kitasu. He wasn't able to pick up his, so I got him a 0 cover. And look at this. Speaking of 0, look at that. And then when I got number 1, I'm like, oh, that's looking real good. Look at them lined up like that. So yeah, so then when I got that Super Nintendo and I was like, I had Mega Man X on there. Oh, and now I'm collecting Mega Man X on the comics, and it's basically following the same story. So it's like when you're playing the first level of Mega Man X, the intro level, that's in the comic. And I'm like, this is so cool. Seeing it from a different perspective, you know. And then, of course, you all know, who've been watching for a while, been collecting Skinbreaker. And I can't remember where I left off in the collecting, but it only goes to 8 issues, and I have completed the run. I got the run here, and I got some variants as well. So I haven't... Robert Kirkman is doing fantastic with making new stories. And the world of Skinbreaker is just, and the artist, Dan Finch, sorry. See, smoking weed, you can't even read. The artwork is incredible, and I love that they both completed their part. Like the artwork is only done by one person, and the story concludes and stuff, and it's just beautiful. I do have to catch up on my reading of it, because I think I wanted to wait till it was all done. So, you know, Skinbreaker, what a beautiful world. And so I wonder if they're going to revisit it again. Most likely is my guess, but you never know. But I'm glad that I picked these all up, and I'm going to sit down one night and do some reading. So there's number 8, and the whole set's there. But look at that artwork. I mean, it's incredible. So yeah, some recent pickups. It's fun. You know, I like kind of dancing in between my interests. Sometimes I'm doing music, sometimes I'm doing comics, sometimes I'm doing film, you know, photography. So, you know, that's what this is about, is just expressing all of your interests and all yourself and incorporating into your journey. So it's been fun, and I like sharing it. So I hope you're enjoying too, and I hope you're having a puff, and you have a tea, and it's a comic reading day. So I think it is for me. So anyone, anyone, that dyslexia in me sometimes, you know. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching, everybody. Hobo out. Check, check, check. Let's see. Camera angle change. Check, check, check. Camera angle change. Do I make it in the picture? Man. Yeah, I'm gonna get a puff here soon. Gotta go out in the shed. Yep, time for a puff.